All right. Try and get up here. Test out our sound. Nice. Alrighty. So, welcome to the stream. Once again today we are going to be looking at Jay's Racing S2000, and we're going to be trying to beat our personal best on the Gunsai Touge at the Gumma Sports Center cycling course. This is where they do a lot of the hot version videos. And speaking of which, happy birthday to the Drift King. I believe he turned 70 years old this year, and he's it's cool to see him still tearing it up. He's still got that green AE86 that is just amazing. Hopefully, it looks like my clock is in the stream. The time to beat is 2:55. We've got this beautiful Jay's Racing car. This is kind of the car I'm kind of saving up for these days. I really love this livery. Don't want to copy it, want to kind of do my own thing. I'd love to have something that does complement the body kit though. Like Evasive Motorsports had a really beautiful S2000. That was orange. I'd love to do something similar, but maybe blue. That went up Pikes Peak, and also I'd love to drive up Pikes Peak in an S2000 someday. But we are not going to be looking at the car because we are going to be inside the car. Going to do a couple of warm-up laps, get my drinky drink, and see how well we can do. Looks like I got audio. Alrighty. I believe I turned off the ABS from last time. Let me just double check. Yep. I think I liked that last time. We'll try it. Just do a run through to get the course in our head. It's going to take some getting used to. Just kind of get a feel for the course. Try and remember all my braking points. This is kind of where we got the hairpin. And this is where we kind of start to open up, get a little faster. And the second overpass is kind of our braking point. Got kind of a zigzag over here. And then this one is kind of a hard turn. Got kind of an open hairpin here. Into like, I think some squares. I think it's a square left is the first thing. Oh no, square right, square left. And then it'll be kind of a long straight to a hairpin, right? Ooh. I remember liking the no ABS on this car, but it looks like I'm gonna have to kind of figure out how to do that again, because it is kind of hard to navigate with no ABS. And this one's kind of a tight turn when you're going fast because you're trying to finish up the course nice. And then it's just a straight shot to the finish line. There it is. So we'll do one more recce, one more just kind of casual ride through the course, and then we're going to start trying to attack it and get, you know, go for time. So we'll make our way back to the starting line. Oh, try not to destroy the car. Try and take this a little bit faster. Counter steer. I don't know how I did that, especially with no ABS, because I would be like flying through here. It was only like 2 weeks ago, and already I'm like, dude, how was I doing that? Usually this is my breaking point. I wonder if part of why OEM ABS, no ABS feels scarier. I wonder if it like slides more with semi-slicks. Because semi-slicks do give great traction, so they have like a higher limit, but maybe they like respond crazier to harder braking. It's kind of crazy, as I'm actually not that far behind my Ghost, just like going casually. Like, I still can't believe that I can see my Ghost even. Then we'll give a little spin around. Square right, square left. Yeah, I can still see my Ghost. That's crazy. I'm just being casual and I'm like pretty close. I gotta get off the brakes to turn with no ABS, so I gotta keep that in mind. this kind of tighter. That was pretty casual, and I was still just under 3. Forza Horizon, dude, I'm actually like really excited for the, what is it? Are they on 6? I do have Forza Horizon 5. It's all right. I like it. I like how there's like a ton of cars, but it doesn't feel as high stakes. Like, it feels a lot easier to drive. It feels less like I'm in a real car, and also like the cameras, like the inside camera is usually not my favorite. Alrighty. Let's see if we can do this. There I am, overtaking myself. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out new ways to approach all this. Not that far behind myself though. This is only my first more at speed. Probably a little too loosey-goosey on that one. We just beat our personal best on the first try. It was only by 0.4 of a second, but holy crap, we smoked ourselves just on the first try. Jeez. Okay, so I guess new time to beat 255.2. 255.2. Jeez. I'd really like to break the second and get into like 254. There are definitely a lot of places where like I was like kind of not attacking it as hard as I felt like I could have, just kind of stepped back. But I've heard a lot of people say like sometimes slow is fast, so maybe just like entering corners slowly was giving me like a more consistent time boost. But maybe we'll try and up the ante, play a little more aggressive and see what happens. Let's break all our gears. Okay, that was ugly. And we'll go over here. I lost it. Nope. Alrighty. Try again. At least we're pushing the limits. We got this. We're gonna break 255 today, I can feel it. Oversteer. Ooh. 2:53.5. We have shaved off 2 entire seconds from our best time. That's nice. Can we break 250 today? Because there were some moments where I wasn't doing that good. Maybe we could break 250. That'd be pretty sweet. One second, let me quick check. Okay, let's give it another go. Try and break 253 even. push that turn a little too hard. One sec. Is my bolt coming out? My shifter is like coming off the table. So let me just make sure this is screwed in all the way. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta make sure that's tight. Okay. Make sure these are tight. Don't want that coming off. Alright. That should help. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Here we go. Let's try and break 253. That's crazy. 2 whole seconds in like a few runs. The semi-slicks are probably helping a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't rain or else we're cooked. Happy birthday, Mr. Drift King. Let's try and not over hit that turn. Boop. Kind of pushed the tires beyond their limit. That wasn't good. Gotta figure out how to do this part faster. It's just so tough with it being on a hill. Come on. We could break 253. I believe in us. Bad position, a little too tight. Swing it around though. Okay. That was ugly. Ah, that's sloppy. Gotta improve that turn. Oh, it hasn't updated our ghost. Whew. So hold on, I might save this setting. I mean, I didn't change that much, but I'll just save this as our new setting. And then I'm gonna close that so we can get our new ghost. So I have like a more accurate representation of like where I'm at. Okay, so then we'll open this again. And we should have our new ghost updated. I don't know if there's a way to do that like while the session is open. Like if you can like refresh ghosts. I should look that up so I don't have to like close and open the application. There we go. Ta-dum! And we're back. And should have a new ghost. We'll make sure we get our setup back. Load. Okay. And then let's see if we can beat 253. I mean, for how sloppy that was, not too bad to be a second behind. Like that crappy sloppy run would have still been a second faster than our last personal best, so pretty decent. Then I don't know. After doing this for about an hour, maybe we'll start doing some freaky stuff. Like we'll bring some random cars onto Pikes Peak. Maybe we'll even bring Project Midnight onto Pikes Peak. I want to go wider and then cut. This one we need to resolve. If I can just get those bad breaking point, bad line. We were doing so good for a second there. Run it back. I was kind of pushing the lines to the limit, like there were some risky curbs that I hit. Probably be better to be cleaner, but really trying to get under 250. I honestly think it's faster. Not faster to hit a tree. It is not faster to hit a tree. Because that's one corner where it just feels so tempting to like try and find more time there. But it's just like a bad bend. Like the uphill zigzag. It just puts you in a bad position for that left turn. Kind of like how that downhill hairpin is just, it's uncomfortable. I'll just try and go in slower and then leave faster. And boom, 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 boom. Oh. Should have either downshifted earlier or braked earlier so I could be at a good speed for the corner. Oh no, bad position. We're gonna get it. Don't cut. Downshift. Pull it in. So we'll brake a little earlier. Try and resolve this a little bit. Oh, that was ugly. We'll see if we can make it up in the straights. I wish I knew how to heel toe. We were doing so good for a second there. Absolutely barrel rolled the car. Hello, Jaden Hume. Is this Touge Life 5? No, this is not Touge Life 5. This is Assetto Corsa. but with a lot of mods. I've done the CSP mods for the textures, um, and then I got Pure and Sol that I set up to kind of make the lighting and the weather look a little better because the Assetto Corsa looks like buns vanilla. The car is a mod. It's the Jay's Racing S2000. I don't know if you love Togue Life. Have you ever watched like Hot Version? If you've never seen Hot Version, you should definitely watch it if you love Togue Racing. Um, I always struggle with his name. It's like Keiichi Tsuchiya, the Drift King guy who shows up, I think, in Tokyo Drift. He's a real life driver. He would street race and then eventually participated in like track racing. But they would do like these kind of demos with tuning shops and and like stock cars just to show them off at this. Basically, this is a bicycle course, so it's a very good tight course that really tests a car's ability to handle mountain passes. You're an avid video option enjoyer. Nice, yeah. Video option has got so much great stuff. I just barely. I was trying to go back and find like some of the oldest video option videos I could find, and like I remember one of them I was watching was like it was like this like drift contest that they hosted, and one of them I think they even did like a drift contest in America, and like did like an exhibition, and it was like crazy to watch. Like I don't know, just imagining like pre-internet era car culture is like crazy to think about. Yes, this is the Gunma Sports Center, the Gunsai Touge. So yeah, so far best times was 2:55.6, just broke into a 2:53.5. So I've lost 2 seconds today so far. You love watching D1 GP. Oh, that's awesome. Do you have a like a drift car or like a car that you're currently building or anything like that? In the meantime, I'll check your messages when I in comments when I get back. I'll try and do another round. We'll see if I can hammer out these issues. There's a little sketch. Oh no, a little too much on the curb. Yep, I knew that was a bad angle. We'll see if we can make it up. Oh no. Yep. Because of that bump, I need to brake earlier because like the car kind of loses friction when it goes up. And so if I don't brake before that, I'm not prepared for like this kind of square left. I need to remember that. I'm not in the Togue Union Discord. I want to join. I definitely want to do like online Togue in like Assetto Corsa at some point. I think I need to like modify it a little bit differently to like be able to join the servers. So I want to watch some YouTube videos about how to do that. Because I see some videos where people like Togue together and they do basically like the challenge and it looks really fun. You don't have a build at the moment, but you'd love to have one. You're 16. Oh yeah, that's kind of early. I mean, hopefully you get your first car like way earlier than I did. I didn't get my first car until I was 29. So, I mean, if you have that goal, that's like awesome and you'll be able to like make steps towards it much sooner than I was able to, which is awesome. So, that's exciting. Hopefully you'll be able to get something cool going and just like don't rush into a bad car and it should be good. What is the car you'd like to build? Do you have any favorite cars? Oh, that was bad. Get out of the curb. I'd love to be able to change the gearing because I don't even think I really used 6th. Okay, gotta remember. So right here, maybe we'll shift earlier before the bump. Yeah, I think that might be the move. Whew, so it is a PR, it's a PB, but only by 1/10 of a second, 2:53.4. Ah! Too distracted looking at the time. Oh, you've got a car at the moment, but it's a shitbox, so you're probably gonna scrap it. Oh, I mean, at least you have a car. That's nice having a car at 16, dude. You're even having that. It's lucky being able to get around. You're trying to save money to go to Japan with a friend for 2 weeks. EK Civic or an R33. Yeah, those would be a lot of money. But R33, the body is really cool. I guess it also depends on like what you're willing to do and if you like know how to work on cars. Cause like the R33, like you can find automatic Skylines, R32s, R33, R34s for like really cheap automatic. Um, so if you plan on um, like really like changing it, you could probably like maybe get a cheaper start. But yeah, all of the Skylines are pretty expensive. It's tough. I know like I think there's like a couple of like turbocharged Skylines that are available for cheaper, but yeah, it's not the like four-wheel drive a Tesla kind of thing that people love. Yeah, I've seen some videos of people driving on Gunsai, so I'll have to join up at some point. No point in clutch kicking it since you can't build any boost. It's a naturally aspirated car. Yes, the S2000 is a naturally aspirated car. I think this one is supercharged though. Um, it is kind of a habit, not even for like building boost, but just like trying to like bully the RPMs into climbing in a car that's not as torquey as what I'm used to. Because like usually when I'm simulating, I'm like doing the Quattro on Pikes Peak, and the Audi Quattro is a torquey car. Like it just shoots up the RPM so fast. I want to run the C1. Probably gonna put 32 diffs for gearing. Goals to get under 5 minutes on the belt loop IRL. Dang. So the C1, that's like the is it the Shotokan or the Wangan? That's the freeway in Tokyo, right? The freeway loop in Tokyo. That's a pretty sick goal, honestly. I mean, be careful, cause yeah, always um, getting arrested in another country has got to be spooky. I'm sure Shitoko Highway. Yeah, dude, that's so cool. That's an awesome goal. I hope you do that. Whenever you get onto that stuff, you should send me videos and stuff because it'd be super cool to see someone doing that. My main goal in life is like Pikes Peak. I'd eventually, if I can get an S2000 and customize it enough, someday I'd love to be like the fastest S2000 on Pikes Peak. I think that'd be a cool thing to do. But if you're into the Shitoku Highway, I'm sure you know about Smokey Nagata and the like Top Secret, and I'm sure you've seen the Top Secret videos. I mean, especially if you're also, I mean his main time records I think were he works on GTRs, but I think his main time records are in Supras. But yeah, he was doing some hooning, driving fast on like I think he got arrested in the UK. I think it was the UK where he got nabbed for trying to set speed records on the freeway at night. But oh yeah, Pikes Peak is crazy race, that dude. I hope you do. There's been a lot of GTRs, like different R chassis that like do a great job on Pikes Peak. So it's just a good car. So I'm hoping you can get your hands on an R33. It's expensive, but I mean, if you're in Japan, maybe you'll make some connections and meet some people. That's cool you have these goals. And it's cool that it sounds like you have a friend group to do it with. Right now, like I have an interview for a job in Japan this week that I've been like trying to work towards. Because yeah, I'm hoping basically the tuning shop that does this S2000 J's Racing is kind of who I'd want to tune the S2000 that I buy. Oh, you're from the UK. That's crazy. That's awesome. Dang. 197 miles per hour on the A1M highway. Oh, dang. That's awesome. That's such a cool story. And it's funny because he just looks like a normal dude. He just looks like a normal guy. I do have a Discord. Um, Let me see. I will try and find what my like handle thing is. Because I'm pretty sure the handle is like very similar to. Let's see. Yeah, that's the goal, is to get a Japanese work visa just because, like, I want to be able to stay there longer term. Because I've heard that buying a car and importing a car are both pretty difficult. And so I'd want to be able to be there long term just in case, like, any, like, problems arise. And also, I think because I am hoping to customize the car, like, I'd love to have the tuning shop that makes all the pieces actually work on it if it's possible. Like, I've been saving for it, but like I'd imagine it would be cheaper to get the body kit there, and also I'd imagine the quality of work could be nice. But yeah, I've heard like when you want to buy a car, like there's people who import it for you, but obviously they're charging a lot extra because they're doing all these things. But like you've got to prove that you have a parking spot, um, and then like just all of the different rules about importing a car. Like at least in the United States, um, like at least that's pretty cool. You're in the UK because it means um, the shifter on the left um, isn't a problem. In the United States, that's another reason I'd want to be there long term. I'd have to wait until because I probably want an AP2, so I'm kind of looking at like 2008, I think 2009 models. I'd have to wait to get it into the US until there's like a 25-year gap, because cars that have like, the steering wheel on the wrong side can't be brought to the United States until they are older than 25 years old, is the law. It kind of sucks. There are some loopholes, like if you remove the engine, like you can import it to the United States as like an artifact, like a showroom kind of decorative thing, and then reassemble it here. But like you definitely couldn't put it on the roads. You couldn't put a license plate on it. You'd have to like trailer it with the engine outside of it if you didn't want to get in trouble. Um, you can get a residence visa after 3 years. Oh, shoot. Yeah, if I can manage to like keep my job for a few years, maybe I'd look into that then. Do you have like a? Because I don't want to just like put my Discord like contact like into the into the YouTube stream. Do you have like a Instagram handle or something I could like send you the DM about my Discord handle, and I'll just send that over. Cause yeah, I've got like a public facing Insta that I could send. Oh, the Cannonball Run. Yeah, the Cannonball Run sounds crazy. That one seems like high risk. Some of the stories from the Cannonball Run are crazy, and the cars that they have where they have like extra fuel tanks in the trunk or whatever. I'm not Diamond Done on Discord. Let's see, let's see. Do, do, do. Because I think on Discord, usually you need like that number tag, but I'll see if I can search it. I'm not Diamond on Diamond Done. Let's see. I'll try. Hmm. Is that a server or is that the person? No, it says that to drive a server, you need the link. Because my handle is like the same. It's like Soda Hughes. Let's see. I'll try a little search. Add friend. Okay, maybe this will work. Add by username. I'm not diamond. Okay, I think I sent a friend request. It goes into 24. It's 200 miles per hour wherever I can hit. What countermeasures? Yeah, I feel like that'd be. You'd probably want to have like have some clandestine means to accomplish a cannonball run. Because it's such a crazy feat. I'm that's one thing. I mean, I'm sure you too. I didn't have a car when there was the COVID pandemic, and dude, like hearing about how the streets were just empty during COVID and it was just perfect settings for the cannonball makes me just I wish I had done it then or something. Been able to because it would have been so sick. I love road trips. I've driven. I haven't been much on the east. Like I haven't been past like Kansas and Texas, but in the United States, basically I've driven like all over Idaho, uh, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, California, just that kind of western, southwestern part of the United States. Been doing a lot of road trips, which has been really awesome. Like there's a lot of crazy landscapes, really fun roads. Yeah, in the United States, radar jammers and stuff like that are literally a felony if they find it. I don't know if you have felonies in the UK. I'd imagine it has to be like a different name or different like system. That was a little slower than I would have liked. Kind of bad braking pattern. Ooh. Another, maybe a little bit more than another tenth of a second shaved off. 253.2. Yeah, I guess maybe that's something the UK doesn't do. I was curious. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know which car the Cannonball record was set with? I watched a video about a guy with an R8. I don't know if his stories are true, um, but he didn't complete the Cannonball run because I guess supposedly he got like kind of caught by the police and just kind of like hid the car, and his friends picked it up with a trailer. Was it a Mercedes, or which car did set the current record for a Cannonball run? And yeah, it is kind of weird. We've got like two levels, and also like, um, if you do get a felony, like there's a lot of like things that like have to happen. Like if you get a felony, like you really want to avoid felonies because felonies like it means, I mean, in the United States it would mean that you can't really like bear arms anymore. So like you can't get a gun. Um, you always have to like announce if you're a felon when you're applying to jobs. So like you definitely definitely want to avoid felonies in the United States because it does like screw a lot of things up in your life. Um, yeah, would not advise. Would not advise getting a felony in the United States. Um, Not a great idea. An Audi S6. Vin Wiki's stories are true. The guy who runs it has done the Campbell several times. Ooh. I gotta watch more of his content then and find more of his stuff. An Audi S6. Dang, so I guess Audis must be good for it. Oh, it's the same in the UK in that way. Yeah, definitely don't want to do that. One thing that I'm jealous of, like you guys in the UK, you guys get a lot of like great models of cars that the US has not gotten. Like especially for like rally cars, like a lot of cool cars in that style, like just didn't come to the US. And also, you guys have like more consistent rally culture, which is kind of cool. The US, hopefully, it sounds like it's gaining traction. Like they're talking about maybe bringing a WRC stage to the US, which would be sick. Snowdrift is a rally event that's kind of been picking up steam in the US. But yeah, you guys have got a lot of the cooler like Fords, like what is that, the Cosworth and some of those other ones that like the US, we don't really have a lot of them around. Um, a lot of those like the Audis, like the Audi Quattro, even just like the normal like sport version, not the rally spec. Like you don't see them in the United States, but a lot of them are rusted. That's true. I mean, I guess where I live in the United States also, I live at a high altitude in Utah, so the U.S. A lot of the places that use salt, I guess some regions are kind of like trying to change what they use to melt the snow, but they use a lot of this like salt, and yeah, it just like corrodes the crap out of cars. But yeah, I have heard the UK is rainy and humid, so I would definitely believe that a lot of those cool older cars are unfortunately a little worse for wear in terms of the corrosion department. But yeah, dang, I don't know. I hope car culture like keeps making comeback and keeps pushing back because yeah, I guess EVs like they've got their merits, but I don't know. It doesn't seem as fun, and especially when I don't know. Sometimes like they try and do weird things to make it more like a regular car. Like, like was it Hyundai or I don't know. I saw this video where like they included a shifter in the electronic car. Um, it doesn't do anything. It's basically like a mini game for while you're driving the EV, and I was like, oh no, that kind of sucks. That's kind of scuffed. Plays like sounds, but it doesn't really. It sounds kind of like this. Like it sounds like a Assetto Corsa. It doesn't really sound like a real car. It's just a speaker going. Yeah, yeah, definitely. If it's the snow, I mean, that's one thing is some people are like, oh, like when it's snowing, like don't wash your car. You don't have to wash your car. But honestly, a lot of the car people I know in Utah like deliberately wash their car when it snows because they're trying to like get the salt off of the car because it does like accelerate rust like a lot faster. Oh, you've seen those videos, the Drift Appalachia? Man, yeah, those videos are crazy. The guys who set that up, that is such a crazy event. The don't worry. Yeah, I knew what you were talking about. Appalachia is a crazy word. Even people in the United States, like depending on what region you're from, they'll say Appalachia, Appalachia, like different ways of saying the name of the mountains. Um, but dude, yeah, that event looks crazy. They don't allow spectators, which really sucks. I've watched some videos. I mean, I wonder if you just like hiked into the trees, like what are they gonna do? But that would be a really cool one to participate in. And like the production value of like the FPV drones and like the onboard cameras that they do, like the Drift Appalachia event and like the videos that they produce look super, super cool. And they've just got some really sick cars. Most Subarus are crazy expensive because of rust. Ah, oh, dang, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, man. Yeah, it is too bad, but what are you gonna do? I don't know. There's got to be some like sealants and stuff to like protect even the underside of the car. That's something I definitely need to look into. Cause yeah, once I get a car, I just want to like hopefully take care of it and do it well. LA canyons. So like would that be like the snake and the dragon's tail? I'm trying to think about LA. I haven't done. And there's another one. It's got like a I think it's I've seen it abbreviated. I think it's like what is it? 3 words. There's a famous road um in LA that I've seen that does look really fun, but it's tough cuz like there's a lot of people hoon on it. There's like a lot of like I've seen tons of videos with like highway patrol just like waiting around corners on some of the roads in LA. But there's some like really cool ones in the US that like luckily aren't as well known yet. Um, I'll mention some of them if I ever hit you up on Discord, because if you ever come to the US, because there's some really great togs that are just like they're not as popular, which is honestly kind of good because like you don't want people waiting for you there. But there's been some roads that were just like a ton of fun in my road trips. Um, Ones where you like kind of dip into state parks, or like some of the mountain passes in Colorado were a ton of fun to drive. Route 68. I've heard of the historical Route 66. Which one's Route 68? I'm going to look that up. Let's see. Route 68. Interstate 68. I'm assuming it's Interstate 68, not the Utah 68. So this is one that's in Appalachia? Kind of dips through. It looks like maybe Virginia, Maryland. Yeah, I'd have to imagine that's pretty. I've heard those kind of regions are like super nice in the fall. Oh, some of these are like cutting through hills. That looks cool. West Virginia. Those look kind of open, but also looks like not exactly a freeway. So that looks like it would be really fun. Looks like there's like some 3-lane sections. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, Route 66 did become much more famous ever since Cars. Um, because I guess there's also the song, there's like a classic song about Route 66. But Route 66 did get kind of like superseded by a lot of other roads, so people use it a lot less. And I did, in some of my road trips, I've spent some sections on Route 66. Um, there are some really cool portions. And you do see a lot of like funky little like in Cars they have like the cone motels, but usually it's like TP motels, like Indian teepees that you'll like see along Route 66, which is kind of funny. There are some really cool sections of it, and there's some like crazy historic sections. Like I think there's like this like crazy little like 1 lane portion of it that's like a super 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 old road that's been preserved. Um, but yeah, Route 66, that would be a cool one. I know. I think Gears and Gasoline, they've got a really cool channel. They do a lot of road trips in America. I think they just did one. I think that's just the one he just did. I think he's. I don't know if he finished building the red GTO, but I think it's the video where one of them's in a blue Mustang and the other one's in a red Pontiac. I think it's his GTO that he's working on. But that definitely seemed like a cool video where they go through Route 66. I love a lot of those like road trip videos aside from hill climbs and street racing that are definitely fun to watch on YouTube. YouTube's so awesome. I'm so glad I live in a time when YouTube exists, because otherwise, I mean, how would you find this stuff? You'd have to be like friends with a friend of a friend who like passed down a VHS that was copied because of a copy because of a copy. Yeah, it is kind of too bad because of like historical value. A lot of historical things kind of get definitely kind of pushed over. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, yeah, it is too bad. But I don't know. Hopefully, if more and more people become interested in cars, driving, and car culture, um, then hopefully more and more people will be able to prioritize like driving experience. 1320 video. I've never heard of that. What is that? 1320video.com. I see some clothes. I see some photos. Do they have a YouTube channel or do they have like a separate section for like their videos? Oh, looks like a lot of drag racing. That's sick. Like I think it was now at this point like 2 or 3. What was it? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I went to like a smaller rally race in Utah in Flaming Gorge. I got to ride in like a Audi Quattro Sport S1, and the guy who drove it and owned it, I guess he got his start drag racing in LA. He sounds like he's had a crazy life. Like he's driven in like Daytona and stuff like that. He's a crazy, crazy guy. 1320 videos, mainly drag racing, but they went to Japan. Ooh, I gotta have to go and check them out on YouTube then. They have awesome Touge drifting videos. Dang, yeah, I haven't heard of that one. I'm gonna have to add that. I'm gonna take a screenshot of 1320. Because I have not heard of that one. That'll be sick to watch. I love always finding new things. Have you seen the... they just posted it, I think, a week ago. I think it's called Maniwa Speed, like Maniwa Speed. They've started doing like a hill climb Touge challenge. And they did their second one, and the production value of the video was amazing, and they have some great shots, and they've got some insane hill climb monster cars. Like they've got this insane HKS Evo, and just like it seemed crazy to drive. Like it was pretty awesome, some of the cars they had in that one. Yeah, it's true. The U.S. is not that old. It's like just over 200 years old. That is one thing that's like when I went to like Europe and Korea, like it's crazy for me going and like seeing something and they're like, yeah, like this thing is like, you know, 1,000, 1,500 years old. You don't have that in the United States. You're right. There is like much less of that kind of thing. We do have some amazing like fossil sites and like dinosaur remnants things. Some cool indigenous things that you can find like petroglyphs. But yeah, you're not finding Roman things. You're not finding stuff from the Mughals, from the Mongols, or you know, old ancient Chinese. Nah, like it's there's not that much old stuff in the U.S. Although I guess if you go to like South or Central America, then you can find some stuff from like the Aztecs, the Incans, the Mayans, and that stuff's crazy too. Eventually, I'd love to go to Central and Latin America. Yeah, the HKS Evo. They've got a cool S2000 in that one too, but the HKS Evo in that video is what blew my mind. I was like, "Holy crap, that thing is crazy!" And they do a couple try runs and then they do like try and do some hot laps and like seeing them push those cars to the limit is pretty fun, pretty cool. Scandy flicks and pure power, yeah. Yeah, the Quattro did have a handbrake. It's a completely specced out Quattro. It's not true to the, and it's not really an original Quattro. It's he basically had it created through this company called Group B Garage, and they basically create replicas, and they can change some of the specs you want. So he wanted like a Michel Mouton Audi Quattro, so it's like the yellow and red one. Uh, and he actually drove it in Pikes Peak last year, um, and he was hoping to like go faster in it. So like he can drive H pattern, but it does have the tall handbrake, but he has it with a sequential shifter instead of like the old H pattern that the Audi Quattro had. And I think also the engine he had has a setup with like twice as many. It can take twice as many volts from the battery or something because I saw it was like a 20 volt instead of 10 or something like that. Um, but it was definitely crazy to be in that car. And Michelle Mouton, she showed up to Pikes Peak last year, so she's like signed the dashboard. So it's crazy to see that, and it was fun to feel how he handled the car. Like on the course, there's like a chicane, and I was like, oh, he's gonna have to brake, and he like barely braked. He just kind of popped the handbrake and like got the car to bob, and I like kind of like zigzagged through the chicane super fast. I was like, holy crap. The original Group B cars didn't have a handbrake. Ah, there you go. So it's even more different on the inside. Yeah, he definitely had it kind of like enhanced for modern times. Um, it was it was cool though. I guess he just barely also bought like a Walter Roll kind of replica of a different Audi car. I can't remember. It's like something three that he's planning on bringing to Pikes Peak again this year. Yeah, I've heard having a sequential can like definitely up the speed and like help you save some time. So it makes sense. It makes sense that he did it. I'm hoping his Walter Roll car gets approved for Pikes Peak this year because I kind of want to go to Pikes Peak and try and photograph there this year. I drove up in my own car last summer, but because I kind of want to move to Japan, I think this might be my last chance to see the Pikes Peak race happening in real life for at least a few years. So I'm thinking of going this year. That was a lot slower than I would have liked. Oh, that's too... Yep. Didn't cut tight enough. Should have shifted the weight. Long left-hander after straight. You're getting on the throttle a little too early. A little too... Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping to see it. Yeah, Larry Chen. Larry Chen's really cool. Yeah, he does a lot of cool stuff in Japan too. And yeah, he was up there on Pikes Peak last year. I'm hoping he'll be there again this year. It's always crazy for him because I think he likes to try and do Pikes Peak and Le Mans. And they're usually like really close to each other, the 24-hour of Le Mans and Pikes Peak, if I remember right. So, yeah, he was crazy. His photos, he does some good stuff and some fun interviews. I've watched some of the interviews that he's done with people who are like going up Pikes Peak. Larry Chen has got some good content. And he just got, I can't remember. I think it was it a BMW or a Mercedes? Because I know he has both of those cars that he like kind of tracks and drives hard himself. But he's just got like the 7-Eleven livery on one of them because he's like got a 7-Eleven partnership. It's a wild looking car now. S2000 has a lot to do with minimum speed for lap times. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, when I was like kind of doing it relaxed, did shave off some time. I have to try and ease off. It is kind of fun trying to push it to the limit, though. I don't know much about, trying to think, like the roads in the UK. Are there any roads that you like love in the UK or like that you consider like iconic that you'd want to drive like in your own country? Oh, I downshifted a little too fast there. Yeah, I think I definitely overthought that one. A little sloppy. And I'm getting all distracted. Fastest in Gunsai is a 236. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. What car are you using? Smoother is faster, you have to build up slowly. That makes sense. Hello, Squishy Rook. Oh, hold on to it. Nope. Yeah, trying to push that one a little bit too much. Ooh, Kuno's GT86. Is that one already included? Or is that in the Togue Life game that you were talking about, or is that like a mod? Yeah, I did get a copyright strike on my channel like a little while back, because I'm trying to learn Japanese so I can kind of like better interact with like some of the mechanics and like people there when I go. Hopefully, it goes better than when I lived in Korea, because in Korea I had like zero Korean when I first got there. So I've been studying Japanese for like a year and a half, just little by little, because I mean I'm working full time, and like um, when I was in Korea, I was working overtime every week, so I didn't have much time to study. But just because like I mean I just barely met like a couple Japanese people who I kind of talk with a little bit, but like most people aren't too interested in like teaching you their language. There's like a little bit of exchange that happens, but they also want to learn English. So just for immersion, like I watch a ton of Japanese movies. So I did a review of like all the Japanese movies I watched last year, and yeah, the the first iteration of it got me a copyright strike, because like Netflix released everything, but I had a little bit too long of a clip of the trailer of like the latest Demon Slayer movie, and Aniplex was not having it. They were very angry. So they gave me a copyright strike and I had to like re-edit the video. Kudos is the developers of AC. So I should already have the GT86 already installed. Oh shoot. Dang, maybe I'll have to do some runs with that soon. In fact, maybe. Is that one sequential? I'm pretty bad with paddles. I did paddles for the first time like a week ago, doing like Project Midnight, the crazy WRX on Goodwood. So let's see. I'm going to terminate this session, and I'll try and see if I can find the 8.6. Okay, close that. Let's see, change car. Eight six. Let's see. GT86. And it's got the cat icon, okay. Okay. We'll go. Oh, nice. It's an H pattern. Okay, good. I was like, it's gonna be real extra ugly if I'm trying to figure out sequentials, because I'm still not that good at the paddles, which sucks because that's what my car has. My car has paddles, but I feel like I'm even better with an H than a sequential. So, I mean, I'll probably do it just with the car stock and raw, and then maybe I'll start tuning the setup, changing the ride height and stuff like ABS. So I'll do it just with the car bone vanilla. Oh, that's so crazy. Is the GPS actually accurate? That's crazy if it is. I've never driven in one of the cars with like a GPS model. That's a fun sound. have to get used to the gearing. It's pretty similar to the S2000, just a little bit different maybe. And a shift, oops. Kill myself at the end. Reverse entry finish. 256.8. Where's the goop in this game? No goop in this game. We'll have to goop later today, though, hopefully. I think a lot of the fam is going to be out in a bit. I probably got like 20 more minutes of streaming, then I'm probably going to watch a show with one of my siblings until they have to leave. And then, man, why do the screws keep coming out of my shifter? I need to find the, like, hex, the Allen wrench, so I can, like, really tighten it. Or maybe, like, put a nut on it, because, like, my shifter keeps wanting to, like, run away. It does kind of sound like bees. Oh, yeah, you should send some pictures. It's pretty sweet. It feels pretty smooth. Let me see. I might start tweaking. Where? Come on. Where's my mouse? Let's see what we got. Probably because it's like an actual Assetto car. It's probably got like a lot of customization that you can do. It's already running semi-slicks. Do I have full slicks? Nope. Tire pressure is already pretty low. I don't need that much gas, so I'll probably go 20 liters. Traction control and ABS. Hey, let's turn them off and see how that feels. Fuck it, we ball. Alignment, generic, brake power, pit stop. So I can't change the height on this one either, it seems. A lot of the times, I'll have to see what I usually like. I think these ones I usually do like -50 in the back. We'll leave this at 10 and see how that goes. Don't want to change too much at the same time. Alrighty, alright. We'll try and do another little run with our new settings. Yeah, let's see. and higher tire temperatures. I don't know if I want those positive. I'm pretty sure I'm running those negative as well on the S2000. Oh, I have to look at my S2000s. The camber. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that less stability in braking. So I might have to try a different strategy. So we'll just keep it right under the limiter. Gonna be a little tough on some of those spots, so gonna have to kind of reframe how I do this. Oh, yeah, it's probably gonna be like a whole lot of tweaking. Let's see. So let's see raising. So let's see. Let's try this. Turn this down. And what's our toe at? I know I usually have some sort of toe in the front. But also instability. We'll give this boom boom. Boom. Try this. Oh, you've sent. See, Discord. Let's see. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I got the KC Tsuchi AE86 that he's got with his like crazy engine. And looks like a Supra. Are you the 8.6 or the Supra? Oh, that looks like the other 8.6. Hold on. Let's see. I don't really like these settings yet. I gotta have a day where I just tweak that. So I'm not going to save those settings, but I'll have to have a tweak day. Let's see. Can I find... Let's see. Chia 8.6. Boom. Boom. $600 horsepower on the Touge. Oh no. That's spicy. I don't know. I don't know if I have a Supra. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. Supra. Yeah, I have the top secret Supra. That's also 600 horsepower. This will be a nightmare. Maybe I'll do a couple just joke runs with this even. This car is probably definitely more suited for Pikes Peak though. 600 horsepower. That's pretty decent. That's like comparable to the Quattro. Maybe I'll do a. I'll do one. I'll do one on Gunsai with this, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be ugly. We get the the top secret Supra. So this is gonna be horrible. I'm sure. I'm sure it's gonna be an instant crash. No. Man, what tires is this running? Yeah, this feels horrible. Oh, and the brakes do not feel good. I need to do a lot of editing on this car. We are not spec'd for this. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on, wrestle it. As I almost drive right into the same wall. Oh my gosh. God damn. Oh, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Oh, that's a crazy one. Honestly, it's as bad as Mike's because when I get on the throttle, it takes a whole second to spool the turbo. Oh no. Yeah, this car is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna try and bring it to Pikes Peak. We'll see how that goes. I'm a little scared of the hairpins with this car. We'll see. And the handling, I'm not a big fan of the handling so far. Let's see. Getting advertisements for Forza Horizon 6. Pre-order. It looks kind of cool. It looks like it could be a fun game. The fact that they're doing like what is it called? You can have like a little garage. Sounds fun. All right. Maybe I'll do one run of Pikes Peak in this terrifying car. Yes, it was 100% tuned to go very fast in a straight line and not handle a Touge well. Alrighty, let's see. Boom. Then we'll go. Can I lower the car? Do I have any? I don't really trust, because when I first downloaded this mod, Potenza Street, semi-slicks. Let's bring the PSI down a little bit. Fuel. Electronics. We probably want the car to be more stable. I didn't even feel like the traction control and ABS was doing anything when I first booted in. Brake power, pit stop. Dang, I wish. Why don't these have an option to like lower the car? Let's see. Alright, well, we'll try to survive. Yeah, that's true. The roads did seem really wide. There's someone in here earlier who was like, play Forza, and I was like, it's pretty fun, but like it definitely feels, I don't know, it just feels less like I'm actually driving the car in Forza. Oh yeah. I can't believe the brake power is on 100%. It just feels so much less responsive. Eventually I'd like to be able to go in and mod things myself. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. Through the trees. Oh my gosh, what was that? Yeah, I don't know about this mod. I have got to figure out ways to make it better. Anyway, that's about 2 hours. So that's going to be enough for today. It was good talking with you, Jaden. And yeah, hopefully the entire Forza game is not as wide as they showed in the trailer. Hopefully they've got some like actual Touge maps or like sections of the map that are like maybe 1 or 2 lane and like actual have like switchbacks and hairpins and stuff, because Forza has a ton of cars, and like Forza Motorsport I feel like doesn't have the best handling, but it was like kind of fun. The new generation of rally car, the Supra. There is a guy who has like a He's got a Rally Supra. It's like got the like red, white, and green livery like the Celica. That's pretty fun. Yeah. His is like spec'd for it though. It's not like this. Have a very great day. See you later, Squishy Rook. We'll have to get together and goop. Goop later. See you. Have a great day. Talk to you later.